Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Muscatine Today Show. It is Monday. It's Thanksgiving week, so it's a short week, a shorter week for some of us than we thought. Some of our children brought us on to the fact that it's a little bit shorter than we even anticipated. So hopefully you guys are prepared for that. I'm getting prepared. So, as we speak, getting prepared. I want to start off the show by saying thank you to all of our amazing sponsors of the show. Without them, this would not be possible. So thank you so much to Muscatine Power and Water, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, R7 Reclaimed. You can check out Christmas at R7 Reclaimed, both in Grandview now and in Coralville. So make sure you go check that out. Impact Life Blood Center. Make sure you guys go and donate blood. The holiday time is the most important time. It gets slow with donations, and so important. If you think about it, please go over there and make a donation. Such an important donation during the holiday times. Lutheran Living and CBI, our friends at Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Athletic Performance, Suntan City Muscatine, Real Estate Resource Associates, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee Muscatine here as we take over the Market Grill every morning to do the show, and they are so gracious. I am excited for the show today. It's Vision 2020 Day on the show, and every time Megan schedules amazing guests, and I get to learn about new programs, and so it's always fun to be able to do that and to bring this information to you guys as well. So this morning I have Alicia and Laurette on the show to talk about their programs and also about Giving Tuesday, which is coming up. So we'll talk about that too before we end the show as well, and how you can help with Giving Tuesday. But so Alicia is the Supported Community Living Program manager, and you do the Adult Day Center. And so that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, no matter how you put it. So
It is.
I got to actually visit a while back. I don't know, what was that, like a couple months ago that I visited, and got to kind of go. What was that a couple months ago? I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, I saw you there.
Yep, a couple months ago. So it looks like they have a lot of fun, and I was given the December activity calendar, and it looks pretty full of options and things to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about what these programs are and what kind of happens in these programs. So we'll start with, you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll start.
All right.
So with the Supported Community Living Program, we serve between here and in Tipton 19 individuals in the community. And so what that looks like is varying levels. You know, we all still have skills that we need to learn to help us live our most independent life.
Sure.
And to kind of overcome those barriers. So some of our individuals just receive an hour or two a day of support because they need those skills for cooking, cleaning, those things. Where other people require more supports than that. And so they have staff constantly around to make sure that they're safe, to help them build those skills that they need to build to live the life that they want to live.
Sure. And so this program literally is created individually for each person. I mean, depending on what they need to work on or they want to work on.
Absolutely, because if your dream is to be Ashley on the Muscatine Today Show, then we need to work on those skills that are the socialization, the being able to talk to others, those things. But not everybody wants that same dream.
Sure.
So it really depends.
Why not?
It really depends on what they want for their lives.
Yep. Awesome. And so you said 19 individuals right now are in the program.
Yes.
And they're doing different things out in the community all the time. Every day?
Absolutely.
What days?
Well, honestly, when you're looking at supported community living, it's what we all do every day. Mm-hmm. So if it's that they want to go shopping today, that's what they're going to do. If they just want to hang around the house and watch movies today, that's what they're going to do. It's not our place to tell them how they should live their life.
Sure.
It's simply our place to give them the skills that they need to live their most authentic life, the life that they want to live.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So I thought the coolest thing about the program when I went in that day was that there was a list of things that they could choose from. So it wasn't that, like you said, that like this is what we're doing today, whether you like it or not, you know, like this is the option, you know, take it or leave it. It was, these are several options of things that we could go out and do today, and you get to choose, and it's a wide variety of things. Like you said, anything from watching a movie and staying in to going for a walk and heading down the street to lunch or something like that.
Or going to a concert. So that's one thing. We are hiring. It is fun to work because you get paid to live life. So
you get paid to live life.
Just a plug there.
I mean, seriously, that sounds fun. So you guys are hiring right now.
Always.
Always.
Yes.
And what's that look like? What's that look like to work?
Well, here's the thing. I remember in high school, I worked as a cashier.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in the same spot every day. I mean, what I love is if somebody wants to go to the new movie that just came out yesterday, we can go, and I'm getting paid to go to this movie.
Yeah.
Or I don't have to stay in the same place all the time.
Yep.
Your shift really is what you make it.
Yep.
So I find that if you go in and you're working a 3 to 10 shift, if you plan activities or you try to encourage them to do things, your shift is going by really fast.
Yeah.
And you're having a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's harder if you don't take that effort to really engage.
Yep, absolutely. And the cool thing too is that you get to make friends while you're there.
Absolutely.
And really make some really cool connections while you're at work as well. So
I will tell you, the individuals that I have worked with in my life, in this career, have given me so much more than I've ever given them.
Yeah.
And so it really is
they definitely fill your bag sometimes more than you're able to fill theirs even. So,
absolutely.
So cool. What a cool program. So how long has this program been in our community?
Well, I think your program's been around even longer, hasn't it?
Yeah, over 20 years, I think.
And I know we're over 50 years for supported community living, so
that's
it's been
awesome.
around.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long.
So such an important program in the community, and it's fun to go in. And when I was able to go in and actually see them kind of in their own element and doing, I mean, they were having fun, playing cards, doing their own thing, getting ready for the day, and really just choosing what they wanted to do for their day. And that's literally what it's all about, right? We all want to just choose what we are going to do for the day, and that's what this program is, so that they can choose what they want to do for the day.
Yeah,
and be supported in that.
Yeah.
So very cool. Love it. And so then your job is fun as well. You get to plan a bunch of activities and make sure that the calendar's full of things to do.
Tammy and I, we do that. She's one of my staff. So we have a good time doing that because we can act like kids. We don't have to act like grown-ups.
I hear you have the energy of was it three-year-olds?
Don't let that get out.
Oh.
Please do not let that get out. So, but yeah, we serve about 22 participants. We call the people that come to adult day center participants. So, and it's just fun to come there. We play games, like we have karaoke. We have, in December 15th, we have a bell concert, so they're going to play Christmas bells.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, and then on December 23rd, we're going to have a special guest coming there.
Who may or may not live at the North Pole.
Yeah, may not. I'm not sure.
You never know.
And then when the participants have a birthday, we celebrate that very big. It's there. We have a special cake, and it's their choice of what they like to do that day.
Yep.
So it's their day.
Yep.
And we also have pets coming in, so therapy pets, and they just love it.
Oh, I bet.
And the dogs love it because they get all treats, of course.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
I bet.
And then we have Total Image. So their hair gets done, they get their nails done.
What?
Yes, they love it. Oh, yes.
That is very cool.
Yeah. And then once a month or twice a month, we have a town meeting. We sit in a big circle, and then we kind of discuss what we like to put on the calendar. And all the participants, they give kind of their idea what they like to put on there. So
Okay.
we do that. And then we also have a piano player come once a month. So he is really good. So and then
Wow.
karaoke, and we do arts and crafts. Especially this month, it'll be Christmas arts and crafts.
Dang.
So I get to paint.
I feel like I want to come and hang
Yeah.
out every
Yeah,
day.
and then you hear some of from the elder people. You hear their stories,
Yeah.
what they lived in the earlier days,
Oh
and
my
that
gosh, yeah,
yes,
I
and
bet.
that is really interesting.
That's
so I really,
awesome.
Yep.
So, I mean, you could see by the calendar, it is literally like every single day there are multiple things that you can do on the calendar.
Yes.
And they get to choose,
Like we kind of,
or you
yeah,
just kind of go through the day.
Yes, and if they don't want to participate, they don't have to. It's their
Sure.
choice.
Yep.
And on Tuesday,
But they can do everything on this
everything
calendar.
on there. Yes, and Tuesday and Thursdays we actually have a euchre group.
Ooh.
Yeah, they love that too. That euchre group that gets loud.
I bet.
Yeah, a little competitive.
A little
They're
competitive.
Being, yes, they're
yeah,
being
cards
competitive.
can get competitive every once
Yeah,
in
and
a while.
then we also exercise. We got to keep that in there too.
Yep.
You'll hear them griping and I said, "Ah, come on, we can do it."
I gripe every once in a while. You can ask Scott and Autumn. I get a little gripey when I have to
But
exercise.
we try to make it fun. We
Yep.
use the balls or anything.
Sure.
You have the big balls,
Yep.
and we throw them and
Yep.
everything. So music,
Yeah.
they love the old music, 50s and 60s, so we play that.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. So, neither of these programs work without the efforts of the community, right? Without the
Right.
giving, without help from other organizations in town, without people donating and things like that, without people donating their time, like the piano player who decides that they want to come and play. So that's so important. So I'm assuming, if you have a special talent and you want to share that with the group, absolutely reach out
yes, please do.
And be a part of it. I promise you will not regret it. It's so much fun. Even going there for the show that one day, I left like in better spirits than ever, than I came for sure. So if you have a special talent that you could share, make sure that you reach out. Or if you're looking for a job, and this could be the job for you,
yeah, because last year we did a talent show.
Oh,
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that
the
was
whole organization.
that
It was
was
fun.
Oh
fun.
my gosh,
Yes.
that
so
would
we
be
had
so
it
fun.
outside. Everybody showed their talent.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
wow.
that turned out really good.
Yeah.
I want to be there for the talent show if that happens again.
I'm
Okay.
sure it will
Yeah,
next
we'll let
summer.
you know.
Yes,
We'll let you know.
yes, let me know. I want to be there for the talent show. I will not be performing. I talk a lot, but I can talk a lot. Is that a talent?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Anything.
Some of the participants use that as their
Yeah.
talent.
I can talk and talk and talk.
But yeah,
Ooh,
that's
how
There you
fast.
go.
Yeah.
There you
I don't
go.
know. I don't
Race
know how
talking?
speed talking. I'll have to practice, but I'm sure I could do it.
But you're right. We have a wonderful community here
Yep.
in Muscatine who is
Yeah.
very supportive of the services that we provide. Of course, we don't want that to take away. We are always looking for donations, but I especially want to highlight that next Tuesday,
Yep.
the 30th of November, is Giving Tuesday.
Yes.
And we would love to have you be a part of the services we provide. Some of the things that a donation to Crossroads or Senior Resources would give us, it can provide 12 meals to seniors.
Wow.
It can provide safe lawn care assistance. So this would be a $100 donation. Here's how far that could go. It could provide a day of adult day services for a person
Wow.
in need. It could provide a needed home repair for the safety of a senior. Also, it could provide training opportunities for our staff and enhance day hub community activities.
Wow.
But I think, if you're in a position to give financially, wonderful. Otherwise, that was such a great idea. if you have a talent, if you have something you like to do that you want to share with your community, reach out. We would love to have you come in and teach us those things.
Yeah, I always like to say that, especially around this time of year. It's if you're able to financially give, awesome. You know, we definitely encourage that. But their talents and people's time is worth so much as well.
Absolutely.
And so if you have that to give as well, you know, that's just as important. And so whether it's a financial donation or a donation of your time and services, either of those things are things that help programs like this, like either of these programs, continue and flourish. So Giving Tuesday can mean a lot of things. It can mean a donation like $100 that can provide so many things. But it also can be a donation of your time and just that love from your heart, and a donation in the community into programs like this is so important.
And like I said, even giving your time, you're going to get
Oh my gosh.
tenfold of
Yes,
what you give.
right?
You know.
Yes,
so.
absolutely. Well, I am so glad you guys came and talked about your programs today, and that you guys do what you do, because it's amazing, and I'm so glad that we have these programs in our community for the people in our community. And like you said, I mean, for the seniors in our community, I mean, the stories, I'm sure, are endless. No matter whether you're going to give financially or whether you're going to give time on Giving Tuesday, that will come back to you tenfold for sure. Yes. So thank you guys so much for coming on and spending your time here with me this morning.
Yes.
We're going to go to a quick commercial, and we will be right back in just a few moments.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
It's time for an update from the Not So Late Show with Austin, brought to you by Unity Point Health.
Listen up, everyone. I've got some news. Things are still kind of crazy out there, and the pandemic is still going on. And it's hard to keep people healthy. And right now, things are really tough for healthcare workers. There are a lot of people needing help with their health. They are working very hard. They're tired. And they are working extra shifts. Well, that would be like when you just get right out of school. You have to go back and do it all over again. Ugh. So there's something you need to know. It's time to be kind. Healthcare workers are doing the best they can to help you. They just need your help too. Take care of yourself however you can with your vaccinations and your healthy habits. But if you get sick, go see your doctor. If you have to wait, be patient. Be a patient patient. They're real people just like you. And do you know why they're working so hard? For you. So show them a little love, or at least a little bit of kindness. That's one way we can all feel better. Okay, that's all I've got, everyone. Stay safe out there, and remember to be kind to healthcare workers.
This has been a special update from the Not So Late Show with Austin. Good night. We'll see you next time.
All right, guys. So I have my friend Greg on, and I have to say, the highlight of my weekend was seeing your littles dancing away at those kettles.
Yes.
So the kickoff happened. We are live with those kettles. We are going hard.
We are
We need people to get signed up.
Yes, registeredreading.com.
Register
because we need you.
And get signed up. But I loved those videos. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, this is why it's important to register to ring, because you have to know, right, that if someone's standing at a kettle,
Oh yeah.
it's I don't even know what the percentage would be, but I'm sure that you guys know that it's going to be 100% better.
It is.
You're going to get way more donations.
We've sat in the parking lot and watched an hour of nobody at the kettle, just to kind of see.
Yep.
And the donations drop dramatically when
I'm
there's
sure.
nobody standing there.
Yep.
Or when there's somebody standing there ringing.
Yep.
There's.
Yep.
It's
got to be huge.
And
then when you have a cute little person just dancing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you and like your little mini me's.
Yes, Grace and Samuel.
Oh my gosh,
So,
Grace and Samuel. Samuel was like really getting down. He like
that
has
boy-
this wiggle that he has.
So,
wow, did he get that from you?
He probably
or-
got it from me because I've been known to dance around the house in the morning, getting ready for work, and the kids get ready for school. And
Yep.
Liz gets mad at me because I'll wake her up in the morning with my music dancing.
Liz,
I have like
Liz
Michael
does it-
Jackson Mondays, and sometimes
Michael
you just
Jackson Monday.
sometimes you just got to you can't
You do. You
not
have
like
to just get
dance.
started in the right way, right?
You do. And this morning, I probably shouldn't admit this, but like I woke up with like the Gangster's Paradise song stuck in my head again, like just the very beginning, like
Yep.
duh, duh, you know the song.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like a pretty like you wake up with that in your head, you're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna own this day.
We're gonna
you know?
own this day. Yes, for
So-
sure.
So it's just one of those.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah,
Absolutely.
Grace, I told Grace that this last Saturday was a big shopping day for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And she said, well, how many ringers do we have? And I said, well, we have some, but not all that we need. And so she called it the tour of the kettles.
Tour of the kettles.
You know? It was a tour of the bells, one of the two. And she wanted to go to different places where there weren't bell ringers and ring that day. So she spent 4 hours at different places,
What
3
a
different
sweetheart.
locations. Samuel did 2 because he liked the idea, so he wanted to jump in. But
Yeah.
he would jump in long enough to dance and ring a little
He's like,
bit.
listen, I'm gonna do my dance here,
Yeah,
and then
his brain was like mine at that age, where
Yeah.
something went by, he liked it,
you've
he
got
was
me
off
for
that
like
direction.
5 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly.
You've got me for like my talent for 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
then I got some other things to do.
Right.
But still, I loved it, and I think it's so encouraging to see kids doing it. So this is a family thing. Registertoring.com. Sign up the whole family and
whole
go
family
out
can do
and register to ring.
have plenty of
Whether
bells
it's an
if you all
hour
wanna
or
ring the
2
bell.
hours or 10, it makes a difference. And when you're standing there ringing that bell, it makes a difference in those donations.
It certainly does.
So that hope can march on. Speaking of that,
I love that you threw in our campaign theme name. Thank you very much. Hope marches on.
yes.
Oh yeah.
So these kettles that
Isn't this awesome? Look, but what folks can't see is that he even painted the shield
I
on top
know.
of the kettle for us. How
I
cool is
love
that?
it. So what's the story about these kettles for people that don't
Man.
know?
Let me tell you. So it would be cool to have the nice big plastic kettles hanging at the stands every year.
Yep.
But there's just something about when you put a quarter, nickel, or dime, or
Yes.
$50, oh, that big old gold coin
Yep.
into a metal kettle, when it clinks at the bottom, you're
Yes.
like, well,
Yep.
it's almost like the magical ringing of the bell, you know?
Yes.
And so these metal kettles are very special.
Yes.
They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've had enough of them around for a long enough period of time that they're rusting, they're getting old, and this one was one in really bad shape. And so I thought, instead of throwing it away,
Yep.
I know there's a guy that has a really great story of his own life where people try to discard him, you know, and he found a way to get through all that.
Yeah.
And now he takes pearl out of the ground. Chris Anderson over here.
Yes.
You know, takes pearl out of the ground that people threw away that were valuable pieces of like their treasures.
Yeah.
And he makes things out of them. So I thought, and he's an artist. So
Yep.
so what better way to just kind of repurpose the kettle than to keep it as its original purpose, but to give it a fresh face to paint
Yes.
job. So it's not a red kettle anymore, but that's okay.
Yes.
Because it's still the iconic red kettle. It just has a new theme to it. So
Yep.
this is the one he just did. You might have saw this on WQAD with Josh Lamberty
Yes.
on the news a few nights ago. But this is the finished product. So
Love it.
use it, Chris, using the shell that you pull out of the ground, right?
Yep.
Yep.
We pulled out of the ground, actually.
Well, oh yeah, we did. We were at a groundhog hole pulling stuff out of the ground. I thought I was gonna get eaten by a groundhog that day.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I'm here because I survived. I survived
it. He's a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
So yeah, this is so cool, and this is a story too that somebody, I mean, if somebody sees this kettle, they're going to be like, wait a second, this isn't what
red.
Yeah. But
transformation, you
how
know,
cool.
I mean, hope marches on for people all across our Muscatine County communities.
Yep.
We want folks so that part of that hope is the transforming of your situations.
Absolutely.
And because people give, like I said in the news piece, when they put those big gold coins, not just golden dollars, but like legit gold
I know, it's
Come
so
on now.
cool. I was so excited when that.
Right? Into these kettles,
Yep.
it's not just, you're not just depositing coins, right, Chris, into this kettle. You're depositing hope into someone's life.
Yep.
Case in point.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yesterday we had the, we were honored, not honored, but we were fortunate. We were happy to respond to the structure fire at the towers. Unfortunate situation, but we were pleased to respond to that.
Yeah.
And able to house over 65 people.
Wow.
Out of an 85-unit complex that was filled, we housed over 60 people in 45 rooms.
Wow.
And people say, well, how can you afford that? Well, one, EDS kicks in and helps us pay for that stuff. But because people give, when it matters most, when all hope seemed lost for them because water damage was extensive in the building, we're able to house people and to feed people, make sure they're okay at local hotels. American and a Super 8 and Pizza Ranch fed them last night.
Wow.
McDonald's fed the first responders during the event. So it's those situations that we can respond to and offer hope because of things like this.
Yeah.
Because people give money in the red kettles at Christmas time and give all year long.
Yeah.
I had seniors in tears last night at their hotels eating this dinner and just thankful they could stay in a hotel someplace warm and not wet.
Yeah.
And they were thanking me, and I said, I appreciate that, but really thank your community because it's the community that gives during Christmas season and all year long for these situations. So that's hope marches on right there,
Yeah, I actually, this is one of my favorite, I love the Hope Marches On. And in all of the times that I've been involved in different things in the community, specifically like Recycle the Dress or anything like that, I've always found it really inspiring when I see, for example, girls who come to get a dress at Recycle the Dress, and then the next year I see them back and they're donating a dress or donating the dress back. And it's those people who maybe one year they need a little help. The next year they're able to give a little help. And so it's just like Chris with your story, at some points in your life you might need a little help. And at some points in your life, you're able to give a little help. And you have offered your skills and your artistic abilities to help in the community and brighten things up so many times. And this is just one example, but it's so cool how that works and how it kind of, hope does march on.
And we had people last night that were like Kim Sligman with the Muscatine Diabetes Project. We had lots of seniors last night that had diabetic needs and just questions, like they were nervous. It was a weird situation where they were leaving their place of residence. With unknowns, and so she was able to come at the last minute and go through these hotels and answer questions and provide some diabetic supplies to people, like monitors and that kind of thing. So, and it's really because the red kettle is an iconic piece at Christmas time. Yeah. And when people see a new face on the kettle like this, it brings more awareness to it.
That's what I was hoping for.
It brings awareness.
That's different.
Yeah.
Then maybe they want to come check it out.
Exactly.
And drop some change in there.
That's exactly it. And so we can bring in people like Ken. We can bring in people like Pizza Ranch. We can bring in people like McDonald's when they start noticing things about Salvation Army and kettles and people that are behind the kettle. Because not only is there a red kettle, but there's a person behind the red kettle. Yep. There's a what is your red kettle reason? And Chris's red kettle reason to repaint this red kettle and many others was he wants to share that hope of transformation with other people. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I think everybody has a reason that they decide to ring. Everybody has a reason, that they want to put that change in there. Yeah. I know
Hanley, when we go into every single place, she wants to put something in there, so we have to dig no matter what, even if we were just at somewhere else and dug. And she has her reasons, and even though she's tiny, she has her reasons that she wants to put in, the money in there, and I have my reasons, and so I think it's really cool. And I love the Hope Marches.
I'll tell you, there was a kettle out this on Saturday that brought in. It was the other kettle Chris did that brought in $818 just on a Saturday.
That's awesome.
Big shopping day for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And the Hope kettle brought in 818 in one kettle one day.
That's awesome.
Almost $1,000.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
People are seeing it and they're responding to it, and I want people to know that the reason why we can do the things we do as Salvation Army is, one, because of the great support of the community.
Yep.
And two, because of the red kettle reasons people have, like Chris.
Yep.
And three, because of great partners like you.
Yes, I think it's awesome. We had to drag Chris on this side of the camera, but it's a pleasure to have him on the team and have you sharing your story, because your talents are special.
And when kids like Hanley want to get involved and not pass the kettle without putting something in,
Yep.
it just instills in them the importance of giving.
Yep.
And someone said just this morning that they watched many people go to their car and grab change from their car and put it in the kettle, and I thought, that may have been a sacrificial gift for that person.
Yep.
They didn't have a big check to write, but they had change from their car that, who knows what that meant to them.
Yep.
Sacrificial giving is spectacular to me. It's amazing to me that people give out of that sacrifice, because they know there are people that need the help all year long.
Absolutely.
Because Hope marches on because of these people right here.
Yes, and because of you. It's a community effort, and it's so amazing how this community pulls together. So go and register to ring on registertoring.com.
Yes.
Get signed up for a spot, for 2 spots, for 10 spots, however many you're able to do. And
if you need Thanksgiving meal, we have a free Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day at 11:30 to 1:30 at Salvation Army.
Ooh, and it's gonna be delicious. I bet.
It is.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Go and hang out if you need a meal or need some company on Thanksgiving even.
Come on down.
Go and hang out. So thank you for popping on.
You're welcome.
I kind of stole him off the street.
It's all right.
But
I'm happy to do it anytime.
And thanks, Chris, for coming on this side of the camera.
Yes, thanks, buddy.
My pleasure.
To share your story. But this is super cool. So you'll be seeing these kettles around town. When you see one of these kettles, make sure that you... or any kettle.
Right.
Make sure that you throw a little bit of something in there.
But these Hope kettles are pretty special.
They are pretty special. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. We'll see you again tomorrow on the show. But until then, don't forget that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
We wanted to bring the atmosphere that we create for a shopping experience at the barn to the streets of Coralville. People love to come to Iowa River Landing for eating, drinking, meeting with their friends, and we want to give them a place to find unique home essentials and experience a one-of-a-kind opportunity to style your home with unique quality goods. R7 Coralville is open daily, so you can shop when you want. R7's hours in Coralville are Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7, and Sunday from noon to 4. You'll find R7 right on the main street of Iowa River Landing with 3 parking ramps and on-street parking nearby to make finding us simple for you. Our small town roots of R7 lean toward hospitality, and right here in Coralville, you're going to find the R7 crew making you feel at home while you shop.